All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of My Gateway Experience. The purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. And the Gateway Experience consists of 6 tapes with 6 waves. It's actually 6 waves with 6 tapes in each wave. And I am currently on the first wave, and I am on the tape number 4 called Release and Recharge. It's my 9th time doing that tape, and I did it a little bit different, and I'm looking forward to telling you guys all about it. So, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, do go ahead and check those out because I will be referencing everything we've talked about so far. It is a complicated experience and full of nuances and subtleties. The purpose of the experience is to realize and understand that me and you, I am more than my physical body. And because I am more than physical matter, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy frequencies as may be beneficial to me and to those near and close to me. Also, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience are equal or greater than my own. And so I'm just going to jump straight into it. Right now, it is September 15th, 2022, and it is 9:04 a.m. This morning, I woke up at 5 a.m., but I stayed in bed until 5:36 a.m. So I just basically snoozed my alarm, and I did so because I wanted to stay conscious. It was interesting. I remember my dream and having a dream that was it's it's very far away now. But I'll tell you kind of the gist of it. I was afraid of waking up. And it's not so much that I was afraid as much as it was that I had a dream about somebody being in pain. And I became very interested in it. Now, right before I had this like slight story or dream or feeling of somebody having in pain, I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be time to wake up soon. That's literally what I was thinking in my dream. I was like, oh my goodness, I just felt that my alarm clock was gonna go off soon and that it was gonna be time to wake up soon. But then right before that, I was like having a dream about somebody being in pain. And so I became deeply interested and invested in them. And then uh, my alarm clock went off and I was like, oh no, I have to go back in. So I snoozed my alarm clock. And then I did it again. And then I did it again. And it was for nothing because I could never get back there, so I should have just woken up. But I told myself, hey, I'll give myself till 5:30, so it's like 9-minute increments. So 9 times 4 is 36. So I snoozed it 4 times. Yes, that's correct math. Good job, Joel. So then I woke up, I did my morning routine until about 6 a.m. And then I went into my practice, the tape called Release and Recharge. And the purpose of that tape is to look at our energies that are negative and fearful and really just memories that we want to transmute into clean energy. And so this is my 9th time doing it. So I went ahead and did something different. And what I did was I laid down in this bed right here. and use my headphones to just lay down and listen to it. And it went really well the first time I did it because I actually did it twice in the morning. I did it last night, but I fell asleep, so I didn't really get to engage my mind. So I went into it this morning knowing like, hey, it's early. I might fall back asleep, but I didn't the first time. And it was amazing. It was amazing because it was a deeper level of a meditation. I thought that I wasn't going to encounter any memories, and I thought that it was just going to be me doing the colors again, but I did encounter a memory. And the memory that I encountered this time was really more of a series or a feeling of memories, and it was more so about me being in Dominican Republic, which is where I come from, which is a third world country. Which brings me to the topic of today's video, which is the fear of death. And for whatever reason, I don't know, but I was so afraid of dying. I really came to that realization today. And I think it's something that's been building up as I've been doing these tapes. But as I was laying there and Bob Monroe was talking about focus on the fear and focus on the feeling beneath the fear, I realized, oh my goodness, okay, I was really afraid of dying growing up. I looked around, we had bars on our windows, everything, there was trash on the streets. It was just a third world country. I don't want to go into too much of the details. It was just gross. It was just dirty. It was just dangerous. It's palpable in the air in the inner city where we live. Now, when you go to the beach, it's complete opposite. You know, it's beautiful white sand. It's paradise. The water is super clear. But in the inner city, it's like a jungle. Animals' survival instincts are tuned up very high. And yeah, so I was afraid of dying. And as I let go of that feeling, I really felt myself going into a deeper understanding and a deeper sense of self. And I finished so much so that my body completely relaxed, and but my mind was still alert. And I literally heard myself snoring. I could see myself snoring. It's like I did actually become, it's not like I could see myself from a third person, like I was all the way out of my body, but I was like, it was like I had a small sense of being like slightly higher than where my head was actually placed. And so I could see my nose and like the air going in and out, and I was snoring, but I was still awake. I was still there, so I was very excited after I completed the tape and I did everything that Bob said. And then I realized, oh my goodness, one of the headphones actually fell out of my right ear because I have these like old Apple headphones. Are they here somewhere? Yeah, they're right here. Yeah, these guys. And one of them fell out of my ear, so I thought, man, what if I missed some frequencies? When I put it back in was where he said to come back to the physical body, and I couldn't even, like, I was so deep in the meditation that I didn't even feel this thing come out of my ear, and I didn't even realize like the change in the sounds at all. So yeah, once I came back into it, I realized that there was no reverberation of the final frequency, and so I put it back in, and then I was like, man, I kind of feel like I have to do it again, and so I started it over, and the second time was like not even, it didn't even work. I think it was because I never came back fully to the present moment. And I just fell asleep, basically. So I fell asleep until like 8:30, which is why I'm recording this now. And but I had already done basically everything in my morning routine, and that was the last step. So I went ahead and took a cold shower, and then I came in here. Unfortunately, because that happened, I won't be able to spend time with my family, but that's okay. This morning, I just have to go straight to work. But tomorrow we'll be able to spend some time together, so it's no big deal. And And yeah, I think it's interesting. I think I wasn't able to completely let go of that fear. I think because I did have opportunities to wake up, and I felt like that fear is still lingering in the background. I think fear of death is not something to be spoken about lightly, and to really let go of that fear, it's going to take a lot of time. But what I hear is that that is the way to really do the astral projection and to do the whole out of body experience is when you because I felt like my hands were open, but I could really feel myself going like this with my fingers. Like my hands were like this on my thighs as I was laying down. Another thing, I laid down instead of sitting down. So that felt amazing because I have that thing in my collarbone that is a little bit messed up. So sometimes when I'm sitting still, I kind of feel the imbalance in my collarbone. So I try to adjust it and I move around and everything. So the practice, I'm not fully relaxed. But with this, I was really able to fully relax because I was laying down. And so I feel like I should have been doing it that way the whole time. And so if you do take this practice on, now it's okay to start out sitting down. I just feel like it's much more powerful when you're laying down and you don't have to support your body and the bed is just supporting your entire body from gravity. So yeah, if you do it, I think that you should just do it sitting down maybe one time or two times if you really want to, but for the most part, do it laying down. So yeah, I think that's everything that I have to say for this video. I'm looking forward to episode 23 and the last time of me doing the release and recharge tape, and then going into the next one. The first wave is called Discovery, and I have discovered quite a bit. And then the next one is going to be Threshold. So I only have 2 more tapes left for this one. And so until next time, I will see you guys soon. Peace.